Dear brothers and sisters, today I want to say a few words about numerology and occultism, which we see more and more around us. Okay, for some reason we notice that some numbers appear more often. For example, 666. Okay, or for example, in Taiwan we have train 666. We have bus 666, we have many things, okay? Why? I mean, there is no 665 or 656 or no, not too much, but or phone numbers and not only Taiwan, this now becomes global. And of course there are other numbers, okay? 133, 239 or 911, many numbers that appear too often, okay? And people who study this, and I don't want to get into it, okay? So there are people who just study all that stuff, okay? They learn all those codes and gematria and numbers which are contained in people's names. Okay, and some dates. Okay, there's some numerology in the dates when events happen, and many other things. Okay, this is the whole big topic. Okay, and if you're not aware of it, okay, at least you should know that it exists. Okay, and the question is, why does this exist? Why is it important to some people, some very influential people, and how is it related to faith, to the Bible? We can say right away, okay, that any kind of numerology, astrology, occultism, this is all nonsense, okay, superstition. So for a Christian, this is all rubbish. Okay, we don't believe in all of that, in any powers or anything behind it. Okay, any magical stuff, any spell, any kind of curse those magicians may use. It won't harm us at all. Okay, 95% of all magicians, witches, it's fake. They're fake. But there are some which are real. Okay, they're communicating with the demons. Okay, so they can use this communication for some purposes. Okay, they can achieve some goals, but they don't have any influence over someone who is with God, who is faithful, who is guided, who is chosen, who is serving the Lord or trying to serve, trying to find the kingdom of heaven. Whoever is praying, they don't have any kind of influence over them. So we should disregard that. Well, the most they can do is to create some hassle. So for example, when we try to do some project, we used to have big events on Christmas where we invited a lot of people. There was a big missionary effect, and I saw how things happen, like strange things, because those demons, they're trying to spoil the whole project. So they can try to sort of impede or do something to us, but all of that it's not worthy of mentioning even. Okay. However, let's come back to that numerology that we can see out there. And here in China, there is also traditional, in Taiwan, there is also the traditional obsession about numbers, about your zodiac signs, what day you are born, and how in the previous church we had construction going on, and we had to make an arch, and to people who were making the arch, they said, oh, now you're marking it I don't remember, 168 centimeter high. This is not a good number. Make it a little bit more, a little bit less. So people here, majority, unfortunately, they live in that superstition. That it matters, your name has how many marks, okay, strokes, and is it bringing luck? Is it bringing prosperity, or it's bringing some negative stuff? This is complete nonsense for us. Complete superstition. We don't believe in all of that, in any of that. For example, I had a passport which had 666. The number contains it. I don't care. Okay, it expired long ago. I don't care. I didn't become Antichrist because of that, or serve Antichrist for that matter. Or I take this train in Taiwan. We have 666. It's good timing. I take it and no problem. I'm not afraid that okay, something is gonna happen. I don't care. However, we should think deeper. We should think first, why do these people, why are some of the influential people are obsessed about numbers so much? And another reason is why do we have that in the Bible? In some books of the Bible, we do see some numerology in there. Okay, so let us first say a few words about those people who are obsessed about that. Those influential, those who own all these trains and newspapers and everything. Why are they doing this? They're doing this for several reasons. Okay, one is that most of them, they do believe in numerology, occultism, mysticism. This is some kind of Gnostic sect, Kabbalistic mindset that's believing in all that stuff. Okay, that it has some power. That is so. We can see how miserable those people are. We should have pity for that slavery, spiritual and mental slavery they're in, because they believe in that. Okay, you have to be, I don't know. Well, it's a deep superstition. They live with that. They believe that, and that's why we're saying that yes, they are slaves of the devil. Devil makes things so strict and limited for you that you live in that box. Okay, you live in that thing. So you're afraid of everything. You're afraid of okay, what hour you wake up, what happens now. If you really believe in those, if you really okay, exercise, how many times you do it, 7 times or 8 times, or you think about it all the time, you become really miserable. Okay, if you are afraid of numbers, if you're so much obsessed about numbers. So this is one thing. Another thing is that they give signs to each other. So for example, if there is a war going on and the news is saying one thing, but the small little numbers or people who, okay, the names of those people, gematria, they have some number and that matches, and okay, some people, they can decipher that. And of course, those who are members of those societies, I don't know how you call that, they can see the message, and they can know that what the news are saying is nonsense. Okay, it's just for the masses. Okay, but they know the real situation. They know that okay, it's under control. Okay, things are going according to the plan. So they give these messages to each other. They cannot call each other. Okay, okay, but they know that there are people out there who belong to their group. So to give this message to them, they put those codes into some situations. Okay, so that is how they operate. Okay, and there are people who can decipher that, and we should be on guard. We're not afraid, but we should be vigilant to know that we should not believe media too much. What is going on, the real thing is different. Okay, and and also we need to be able to decipher the Antichrist himself. That's told to us in the Revelation, because the Revelation tells whoever has a mind, go and count the number of the beast, because it's a human number. It's a number that you can count, and the number is 666. Okay, so we were instructed even by the Revelation to be on guard for those kind of things, not to be possessed, not to be obsessed, but just to know that those things exist. And also it is important to say that this is not something of first importance. Never Jesus was preaching about this thing. Numerology, numbers, how many this, how many that. So for us, all this topic is not of primary interest, primary importance. Yes, we can gain some knowledge about some things, but this is not something we should be worried too much about. Spiritual life and salvation, serving the Lord, is not related to all that stuff. It's about other thing, changing our heart, changing our life, okay, living with the Lord. So that, yes, we can learn some things, but it's not super important. It is somewhat important because we find in the Bible some numerology. Okay, let me say a few words about that. For example, we can read in the Gospel of John that they were catching fish. They caught this fish, and it was 153 fish. Why this number appears in the Gospel? There's a question. It has some symbolic meaning. There is behind it. I won't talk about this today. This is for bibliologists and exegists. Yes, we can talk a lot, but it's not super important. Also, in the Revelation, in the book of Revelation, it's filled with all kinds of symbols, images, numbers. There is the 7 lamps. There is this 24 elders. There is the how many days the kingdom of Antichrist is gonna last. It's three and a half years. Okay, this is all symbolic. Okay, we should not take it literally. So, for example, it's 3.5 years. That means it's a half of 7. 7 means fullness, infinity. Well, completion. Okay, complete. But half of complete is what? Is incomplete. Is limited. Is it's gonna be cut right in the middle. Okay, it's gonna stop unexpectedly. So this is telling us that this reign of Antichrist is gonna be short. Okay, relatively short. We don't know how long. Maybe 10 years, 20 years. We don't know. But it's not gonna be like ongoing all the time. Okay, because this is what they are hoping to achieve. That this king, this Antichrist, he's gonna rule forever. Okay, this is the new world that they're gonna build at some point. But we know that it's gonna be short, limited from the Revelation. So this gives us a great encouragement to be able to go through, to withstand, to suffer through that time. Okay, so so some messages we can draw from all this symbology, but this is just to give us some message. And similar with these images, for example, lion. There is a lion in the Revelation. Well, lion in the Bible can have two meanings. It can have both. It can represent Christ, the Savior, and it can represent the devil or Antichrist. Same image, lion. So there can be all kinds of messages behind some image. We should not be worried about the image itself. So, for example, people, they don't know. Some people, they know only that lion is representing Antichrist. So whenever they see lion, Lions Club, or anywhere, oh yes, this is Antichrist. This is the people here. They are serving Antichrist. Okay, and he is afraid of that. I think this is a big mistake. If we can read, to read some sign, we need some context. We need to understand what is coming from, what kind of message it can give, so we can roughly understand the idea, what these people are trying to express. Maybe we get it right, maybe we get it wrong, but we should not be afraid of the image or the sign of anything, any kind of symbology, any kind of code, or anything like that. So let us be aware of this. And all these symbols and numbers in the Revelation, in other books of the Bible, they are not of principal importance. Yes, we can gain more knowledge about the Lord's plans and some mysteries of heavens. But it's not something that is of principal importance. Okay, it's not gonna matter for our salvation if we don't get what the lion is all about, or the bear in the Revelation is all about. Okay, or something else. It's not gonna be of the principal importance. So let us remember this. Let us be on guard. Let us be on guard so that we can distinguish what is true, what is false, what is fake, what is real. One more thing about numbers, okay? Sometimes through numbers or through some other signs, not necessarily numbers, the Lord can give us some hint. For example, at some point, I went abroad to bring relics of Saint Martyr Abacus. Saint Martyr Abacus, he was martyred in Rome, a young person, maybe 12, 14 years old. He was martyred there, and with his family. And we received part of his hand, okay, the holy relic. And the day when I came here to Taiwan, on the airplane I landed with the relic, I look at the calendar and I see that what day today, and I see that today is a memory of Saint Prophet Abacus. And that's is a terrific coincidence, because okay, it doesn't happen just by chance. Things like this. It was a big project for me, for our church, and it happened exactly on that day. And from that I saw a little sign, a little hint that the Lord is blessing this, that Saint Prophet Abacus is blessing his spiritual child, Saint Martyr Abacus, to come to Taiwan. Okay, well, it is somewhere along those lines. Okay, I can get that there is some message behind it. Okay, I don't want to be interpreted too much, but I can say that there is certainly some message behind it, and this is enough. Okay, so this is just for some support and some kind of hint that the Lord can give to us to support our faith, to strengthen us. And we should not be too much obsessed about signs or numbers or things like that. But sometimes things like this happen. So whenever this brings to us peace, consolation, encouragement, strengthens our faith, maybe it's coming from the Lord. But if we are afraid, if we're too much careful about how many times we do exercise, what time do I go out of from the house, or how height my door is, okay, this number, or something like that, or today is Friday the 13th, or okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just do what we need to do, and we are not paying attention, too much attention to all that stuff. Okay. So let us ask our Lord to give us His guidance, to give us His wisdom, to protect them from any evil that there is out there, that all the plans of the devil can be spoiled, and then we can bring testimony to His name, to His glory. May the Lord help every one of you and help us in the mission. Amen. God bless.